Boom! We are here for the first annual 2025 used bag pageant. How exciting! A lot of buildup. We've been talking about this for months. People from all over the world submitted used bags. Well, they submitted pictures and videos of their used bags that they bought for less than $25. Amazing. I think y'all will be blown away by the bags we're about to take a look at. But before that, look at all these cool people I got with me. We've got amazing judges also from around the world, and they are here to help me determine who is the winner. And there's three winners. Remember, there's three winners of the used bag pageant, the first annual used bag pageant. We've got Aaron, Odie, and John who have joined us. Let's go around the horn. I want y'all to meet our judges. Aaron, I'm going to throw to you first. Everybody, can you tell our viewers what your connection to the bag world is, in case they don't know? And then also, where can they find you online? Aaron, take it away.
Thanks, Clint. Guys, I'm Aaron. I run Nomads Nation, where we're your HQ for travel and E2C gear, and we review bags and lots of other gear. I got into reviewing bags from my travel blogging days way back in the past, and now we run, one of the top review channels here on YouTube. We're on lots of platforms. We do Instagram. We got a bag used bag marketplace, but really our bread and butter is on YouTube, where you can find us on Nomads Nation and our newsletter. Awesome. And also shout out to Clint's newsletter. Clint and I were just talking about it. Clint, you're doing a great job with that newsletter, dude. That thing slaps.
You were too kind. Aaron, thanks so much for joining us. Everybody, remember that these judges, I'm going to put their channels and their links in the video description. So you can go down there and click on those at the end of this video. Make sure you visit them. Make sure you support them. Odie, tell the viewers all about you.
Thank you, Clint. My name is Odie Matthews. I was a bag reviewer for just over 4 years. Officially in 2025, I retired from the bag review space, but you can still catch my entire back catalog of reviews. Now you can find me over on my movie review channel, Magnum Nopus, where we look at all the worst movies in cinema to determine if they're so bad they're good or just plain garbage.
Awesome. Odie, thank you. And just a classic name, Magnum.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. All right, John, tell the people about your connection to the bag world. And I think they can see it in your name there, but tell the people about it and where they can find you.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Yeah, I'm the new kid on the block. I've only been doing it for just over a year, but I've been reviewing bags on YouTube. You can find me on YouTube at Unpacked or on Instagram, Unpacked with John. But yeah, I started looking for the perfect travel bag. I fell down the rabbit hole and haven't managed to claw out just yet. And here we are. I'm reviewing bags on YouTube now.
I love it. I love it. Well, new kid on the block, but with the best studio lighting of the four.
For real.
Yeah. So
far and away.
New and very professional. All right, y'all, I'm ready to do this thing. Let's talk about the rules of this contest. And there we go. Look at that. Look how professional I did that. We're all over here now. Okay. So this is the judging. We've had the submitting, we've had the buying, we've had the selecting, and we are now at the judging. I have narrowed down, and I had to do this because nobody wants to watch a 4-hour used bag video. But if you do want to watch a 4-hour used bag video, please let me know, because that would be fantastic. But I had to narrow down. I narrowed it down to the top 15 bags. So that's where we're at right now. If your bag didn't make the cut, I'm the guy that you should be mad at, not these judges, okay? I trimmed us down to the top 15 bags, and we're going to select 3 winners from those 15 bags. Let's talk about how this is going to work. Bags are judged on 3 criteria. If you're in the contest, you probably already know this. If you're watching for the first time, this is how it works. Bags are going to be judged on coolness, quality, and condition. 10 points for each of those categories for a total possible score. Perfect score would be 30 points. We will average out our scores. And I want to be very transparent about how this is going to work. My scores, this guy, are the tiebreaker. Okay. So our esteemed panel of judges are going to score out. You're not going to see those scores. I'm going to tabulate at the end of the video because nobody wants to just listen to all of us say 7, 6, 4. Okay. I'll do that work. And then through the magic of television, I'll get you the winners at the end of the video. But my score is just there for breaking ties. All right. Winners announced at the end of this video. Please don't skip ahead because this is going to be a fantastic video. You're going to enjoy every single second, and you're going to win 3 bags from my collection. The 3 bags on the block are this beautiful Magpul 25-liter EDC bag, this Ground Truth Tech Tote, and this Civic Hat Zip, brand new from Evergoods. Let's do this thing, everybody. Whoo, I'm excited. Long time coming. This is bag number 1. Judges, take a look. What are we looking at here? We are looking at a Diaper Dude crossbody messenger. This viewer found this absolute steal for less than $14. All right. So almost half the price that we were shooting for here of $25 limit. This is in a woodland camo. It has orange details on the exterior of the bag. It has a gray nylon interior, so multiple external pockets, and it's a crossbody bag with a padded strap. So, judges, let's get some reactions to this very interesting bag. And I mean, this is a diaper bag that's being proposed as an EDC crossbody sling.
So it is a diaper bag.
It is a Diaper Dude bag.
That was my first question as well. Very important context for rating this bag.
I mean, kudos for having a tactical woodland camo diaper bag. That's first and foremost. That is freaking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hadn't seen this brand before, but that is the brand, is Diaper Dude.
So I'm guessing the tactical was definitely intentional.
That's right. That's right.
What is that on the back in the second picture, that like elastic looking on the back facing? Is that like an extra pocket on the back?
Yeah, there's a back kind of drop situation, and then there's a zip. And I haven't used this bag, and I haven't seen this bag in person, but it looks like there's quite a bit of pocketing here that you would also, if you were, I've had a child, and so there would be places to stick the diapers, places to stick the formula, places to stick the pad that you would bring along with you. But you could reformat all that stuff, I think, for EDC. Places for power banks, places for notebooks, places for tablets. It's an interesting idea.
I like the front 3 pockets for sure. Those small ones, perfect for EDC.
Awesome. All right. Well, judges, please take a moment and record your scores for the Diaper Dude crossbody messenger. Remember, the scores are for coolness, quality, and for condition. And for the viewers, while you're writing that down, I'll share that the difference between quality and condition is the actual physical condition of the bag based on the photos that we're looking at. Are there any holes? Is it in like new condition, etc.? And quality is more about, the build quality of the bag. Is this a high quality bag? All right.
Will it fit a 16-inch MacBook Pro though?
I love that. And is there a vertical
well played, John. Well
on the back?
That's how we're judging all of them moving forward.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. You guys ready for bag number 2?
Let's do it.
All right. We have an Alpaka Elements backpack in multicam black with an orange ripstop interior that this viewer, and believe it or not, found for $22.50.
Wow.
And I required
that's impressive.
Yeah, I required proof of purchase. And so I got snapshots, screenshots, photos of actual proof of purchase for all these bags. I can validate. This viewer bought this for $22.50.
Did they say where they bought it for $22.50?
Yeah.
That's a steal, man.
I was gonna say I paid way more than that for mine.
Me too.
Yeah, link me to that marketplace.
Kind of upset.
Thoughts about this bag? I know some of us have actually owned this bag or currently own this bag.
I think that multicam black is limited edition, right?
Yeah, I've never actually
about to say that.
I don't think I've seen it before. It looks really good.
I think it was from right around when they launched it. They don't sell the multicam anymore.
Yeah, so we're in like early V1 territory. I gotta say, the Elements backpack is one of the better looking bags that I've reviewed. I think they just look amazing. That silhouette, it's just got a nice cut to it. I think it does come at the cost of some functionality. It doesn't pack the way that it looks like it should, but from a looks perspective, this bag's got it going on.
Gorgeous bag. Yeah, I find most of Alpaka's backpacks to be a little on the hard to get into slim side. But man, they look good. All their bags look good.
Oh, for sure.
Gentlemen, any other thoughts before we score this one out?
This might be an unpopular opinion, but I'm not a fan of multicam.
Get out of here.
I feel like I can say that. I was in the military. I feel like that's a fair, like I can say that. It's fair.
You definitely have earned the right to say that. Absolutely. All right, let's score it out. 10 points each for coolness, quality, and condition. And while you write down those scores, I'm going to show our viewers the next bag, which is from Timbuk2, an OG of the quality bag movement from the 90s. Timbuk2 Parkside backpack in nautical blue. And you can see that there are some orange elements and a gray high contrast nylon interior. And you can see that our viewer has gone ahead and kind of loaded this bag out too to show how they're carrying it and already putting it to use. So bag number 3, a Timbuk2 Parkside backpack. Judges, what say ye?
I got a question. Has anybody here actually reviewed a Timbuk2 bag? Because it's a gaping hole in my resume. I haven't reviewed
Same.
one.
Never have.
Okay.
Never got to it.
I'm like this close to getting something because I don't know if you're following them. A lot of their newer bags are actually wanting me to come back. You know, I started that way with the corporate issue Timbuk2, and then following them now because I'm in the bag space. A lot of the stuff they're making is actually pretty cool, and I'm kind of want to just pick up one to bring it onto the channel.
They've got a cool customizer too. Unfortunately, it's a very limited amount of bags that you can play around with, but they've got a pretty good customizer for building out, like I think the Alcatraz and a couple of other bags. I've done one Timbuk2 review of the Astro Gaming collaboration, and that bag was awesome, like really, really awesome. And nobody watched that review.
Well, maybe this is the start of a new way. You know, maybe we got to bring Timbuk2 back. But let's make Timbuk2 great again. Okay, we're bringing them back.
It's an interesting company. I think you can trace the roots of a lot of people who own independent bag companies now to Topo Designs and Timbuk2 in the 80s and 90s. So there's a lot of people out there doing cool stuff who used to be employed at Topo or Timbuk2.
I'll also throw like Crumpler into that list on the Australian side of things.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think like Rickshaw Bagworks is an example coming out of that tree. All right. So judges, a very cool backpack here from Timbuk2, looks to be in pretty good condition and a steal at $18, which is kind of the core of what this contest is all about. Like you can go spend $400 on a backpack and get something pretty damn cool. But also you can spend $18 on a backpack and get something just about brand new that's also pretty damn cool. All right, let's do it. Another bag. Boom. And I did not update. Oh, rookie mistake. My viewers are gonna love this. So one take judging as well, and I didn't update the slide. So this is actually not an Alpaka Elements backpack. This is a really cool Timbuk2 bag. And this bag, as you can see, has been customized with patches. Okay. And so this bag, if you zoom in a little bit, judges, you can see that there are multiple patches on this bag. And you can even see the interior here as well. So it's kind of a roll top bag. And my favorite feature on this bag is if you look at the back, it may be a little hard to see, but look where the laptop is dropped into the back panel of the bag there. Pretty darn neat, slipping right behind the cushioned back of the bag. So this viewer has found something cool. And I believe from what the viewer told me, this is a bag that somebody, John, you mentioned this, I think, got as a corporate bag and then didn't want the corporate stuff showing and sewed their own patches on, including people over profit, which is really neat, over the corporate logo on the bag. So what do y'all think about this really cool bag that's been kind of customized up with patches?
I love roll top bags. They're hands down my favorite. The Mission Workshop Rake is still like my favorite bag just because of the roll top. It's one of the few I actually kept. I love the custom patches. I'm a big fan of that, especially now that I don't review bags. I can vandalize them. It's great.
Yeah, I think Aaron's a huge fan of patches as well.
It's always been a saying of mine: the more patches, the better. You know, if we can,
I
I
agree.
just want to live in a world where all backpacks have. I'm being sarcastic, but
I wasn't.
I have been coming fully around, John. I actually am starting to appreciate patches a bit more, and I think that these patches actually are pretty cool. My question would be though, what's the fabric that we're dealing with? I'm getting like a canvasy kind of a vibe, or is this just a polyester?
It's a thin. It's from what I can tell, it looks like a thin nylon, like a thinner Cordura.
Got it.
Yeah,
I'm more of a soft feel.
I'm with Odie 100%. Row tops are some of my favorite bag. This one, it looks like you got the red trim, navy, gray, like the different colors. It looks used, worn, has a story to it. It's a very cool bag, and I'm a sucker for a roll top right off the bat.
Yeah, and it's a slim kind of tech laptop backpack too. And viewers, I'll have already done this through the magic of the studio. I'll put the actual correct information about the price that the viewer paid for the bag, etc. And hopefully I updated the rest of the slides. Otherwise, guys, we're just going to have to start over. All right, let's go to the next bag. Judges, go ahead and write down your scores for this bag. Next, we have for only $14.99. And I'm going to butcher the name of this because I've never heard of this company before. A Nya-Evo Fjord Econol Adventure Backpack. The colorway is called Graphite Econol, and the interior is black and bone. Now, what I didn't know until I looked this bag up, because I was like, I don't know what this is. What I didn't know is that this is a pretty expensive camera backpack, retailing for around $400. Okay. And so this is about 2 or 3 generations ago, but this is a bag that is still sold and updated by this company. And it's about a $350, $400 bag. It's a pretty impressive thing. And there's a Carryology review on this as one of the best backpacks for photographers, but a big, pretty brand new looking photography bag here for $14.99.
I'm shopping at the wrong places, man.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, dang. I like the look of this bag a lot, and it looks really familiar. Maybe it looks like another bag I've seen before, but I feel like I've seen this one maybe on Carryology even. Mm-hmm. But I love the way the front of this bag looks. That is, oof, that's a good aesthetic.
And you can see, it's a little tough sometimes with these photos. And viewers, thank you. You really did do a great job, viewers, with the photos that you took of these bags. I really like what you did here. But you can see on the top right picture, there's actually a rear loading camera compartment. So you can set the bag down and kind of mess around in it. It's the padded section of the bag zips out. And so you've got kind of a rear loader there, or you can front load the bag, but you can set it down kind of as a workstation and work out of it.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of thought went into that bag for sure.
Is anybody an actual photographer on this judging panel?
Hard no.
That's what I do.
Yeah. So, Odie, does this look like a functional?
Yeah, I was going to say, actually, one of the things that I really appreciate about this is somebody who lives near the mountains and goes hiking a lot. This is the kind of bag I feel like I could take all the camera stuff out of, throw my hiking stuff in, and it's a 2-for-1. It's it's kind of similar to the one I use now. So I like this a lot. And I mainly work with my Sony FX30 now, doing videography and some photography. So this would be perfect for a lot of my gear. Yeah.
So maybe you can offer this viewer $30, double
plus shipping,
double his money.
Right. Double, give it to the next person.
I love it. All right, judges, capture your scores for this pretty cool camera bag. And this may be the largest gap between MSRP for a bag and what the person paid in the whole contest.
They should get
MSRP is not always the indicator. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying they should get a prize just for that. That's impressive by itself.
There was some some killer shopping going on. And
Do we know, Clint, where were these bought? Like, do we have
Goodwill?
is this all Amazon and like local thrift, eBay and local thrift shops?
No Amazon. I actually gave the viewers a list of approved sites. And then I asked them, like, if you have a site, because I don't know all the sources where people can buy used bags around the world. But if they had a site that they wanted to use, Aaron, because you were a judge, I did not include Nomads Nation Marketplace. My bad. And I also said you couldn't buy used bags from any of the judges themselves. So those were the only rules. And then I approved the sites personally. So it had to be a place where, it was an actual seller. So not Carryology Classifieds or Mini Baggers on Reddit, where you could just say, hey, I'm doing this contest. Can you sell me that for $25? Nod, nod, wink, wink. But Mercari, eBay, Poshmark, Depop, Vinted. And then there were a couple other sites that people sent me from around the world, and I checked them out. And I was like, yep, that's basically eBay. It's pretty amazing what our viewers found.
Hell yeah.
All right. Here's the next one. So the brand here, so don't think that this is from a consignment store. The brand is actually called Consigned. And this is a bum bag. That's not the style. It's actually the name of the bag, the Consigned bum bag. And this is in a golden yellow ripstop. And we are moving out of backpack territory. We've been looking at a lot of backpacks. This is a really funky looking crossbody bum bag, waist bag situation. It is goldenrod on the outside and then black with a logo print on the inside. And then you can see that under that big rain flap on the front, there are two large kind of drop pockets. I thought this one was cool. It reminded me a little bit of like a porter bag from Japan. But judges, what say ye about this very interesting bum bag, the first hip pack that we've seen?
I
think
love
that,
fanny packs. They're the cornerstone to my one bag travel. I take them everywhere I go. They're like the absolute perfect when you get to where you're going, small EDC. I love the double front pockets on this too. And that color I like that color a lot.
Color all day. I mean, you don't see this kind of colorway being used very often, especially with the ripstop. That just, that looks really nice. Don't know how long it'll stay clean for, but the colorway, that's taking it up a notch for me.
Yeah, that was my initial thought too. The color's killer, and then with the ripstop pattern, it looks pretty awesome. The rain flap is definitely interesting. That's an interesting choice there on that bag, but overall, man, that's pretty cool. I dig it.
Yeah, and I don't think I've seen quite this color. I called it golden yellow ripstop. It's like a saffron. It's interesting. And I looked at multiple pictures online too, just to see, like, is there something funky going on with the lighting here? But no, it's this kind of mustardy color. It's really cool. And you can see the yellow in the strap is different than the yellow in the bag. I was taken by this color as well, and material choice. This bag was $20, just over $20. I did a currency conversion from the viewers' home currency on this one. But it was the equivalent of $20.09. So judges, go ahead and record your scores for coolness, quality, and condition for the Consigned bum bag. Pretty neat. And I'll go ahead and start talking about the next bag, which is really unique. We got some pictures that you can feast on here. What is this? This is a custom TEDx Portland backpack. Okay. And I'll tell you what that means here in a second, because I had to look it up. But the colorway is denim, and I'm calling it mountain on the outside. If you look at the bottom there, you can see like a green mountain fabric print. And then the interior, I'm calling baby blue and Mount Hood. So this is the mountain that is right outside of Portland, Oregon, is Mount Hood. And so this bag was actually designed for, and it's not what I thought at first was, oh, this is like a Topo Designs Rover pack that they've slapped a TEDx logo on. It's not that. Now, I think the designer was a little inspired here, but I actually searched. You can find the actual designer who made this bag, and he's a product designer. Makes toys, makes bags, makes clothes, and this is in his portfolio. He was contracted to make this bag for this event, and it is all custom. And there's something like 500 of these out in the wild for the people who attended the TEDx event, and it was a one-off. So pretty interesting. I'd love to hear y'all's take on this one. Haven't seen anything quite like it before.
I mean, Portland is the hipster capital of America, right? So I feel like if you're coming in with that mentality, this bag is perfect for you. I mean, with the mountain and then the mountain bottom, and then just that kind of, like you said, that topo rover silhouette. For the right person, this is an absolute dream bag. And by the right person, I mean for a Portland hipster. Odie, Odie, I think you'd rock this bag too.
I love this bag.
Hipster, by the way. Yeah, I know it.
I mean, I'm close enough. I live in Colorado. Like it's
Yeah.
Portland adjacent. I like this a lot. Immediately when I saw the mountain, I was like, damn it, I'm gonna, this, I like this one. They got me. I like the Topo Rover because of the simplicity. And I think that keeping that kind of outline with this one, but I like that the zipper on the front almost looks like it belongs on jeans. I like that little added like addition with the mountains. Solid.
Good eye.
I like it a lot. It's giving me real big like 80s vibes, driving in the mountains in your pickup truck, windows down, open container. Like, I like it a lot.
Kids, don't drive in the mountains with an open container.
Very 80s.
And
times were different.
Yeah, look, yeah, it's a really interesting bag, and it was secured for $21. And the custom prints alone are just something that you don't see a lot. So really interesting bag. Judges, go ahead. And I don't know if I talked about it, but that's a drawstring on the top too, for a drawstring closure for a little bit of waterproofing. Portland, a very rainy city. So judges, go ahead and lock in your scores for this bag on coolness, quality, and condition. And we're going to keep moving on because we got more bags to see. To this craziness. And I'm going to have to explain what's going on here because it took me a hot second to understand what was going on here. This is an Ichiro Suzuki. We just moved north, or we moved west from Portland. We'll go with we moved north to Seattle where Ichiro played. This is an Ichiro Suzuki themed bag from Nissan Stadium. Probably a giveaway. Probably. But it is convertible to 4 different bags. It starts as a duffel, and then you zip off. You look at that bottom left-hand corner there. You zip off the front pocket, and it becomes a fanny pack, little crossbody sling. You zip off the ends, and they both become kind of dapper satchel-sized shoulder bags. One of them has an actual strap that you take and turn it into a shoulder bag, and the other one has a grab handle on it. So it's a funky multicolor patchwork bag that is actually patched together with zippers, and you unzip it and poof, you have 4 bags. And the interior is disappointingly gray and black, but there's enough color, I think, on the exterior to carry it. The bag was purchased by our viewer for $12.84. Like, crazy, fun, weird bag. What do y'all think of this? What do we make of this?
This is what zip-off pants would be as a bag. That's my first thought. And as somebody who had those, yeah, this fits.
This bag is wild, dude. Like, not only is it coming in with this intense neon friggin' reading rainbow color scheme that wasn't applied to the inside, which is just fascinating. But then it's like this freaking transformer modular ecosystem that I have never seen executed before that I think is actually really interesting. Like, it's literally a backpack on one end, and then what's the pink piece? That's
like a fanny pack or something?
Very small one.
Yeah, that's a fanny pack on the bottom, and then I think it's a slim backpack on the left and a shoulder bag on the right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. It's just wow.
Yeah, we definitely moved into the 90s with this bag. It's screaming
For sure.
or early
Yes.
90s.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
This is probably before Ichiro came to Seattle, to the Mariners. It's wild. John, have you ever seen anything like this before?
I have not, but I definitely like the out of the box thinking, the modularity aspect of it, trying to make a jack of all trades kind of bags. Pretty cool. Interesting color palette.
And then,
I like
the Miami, then the Miami Vice like sling with the powder blue and the neon pink, dude. That's the best part.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
You know, there's a company that makes a bag for pilots, and I forget the name of it. And if I remember to do it later, I'll put the name. But it's got this, maybe it's Brightline, but they've got a bag that is modular where you can go 1, 2, 3, or 4 sections, and it becomes a cube. It becomes a roller cube with all 4 sections, but it's like for all the stuff that pilots need, which is, you know, that's not this channel. I'm not the pilot. But it zips like these end sections. So to apply that to a duffel is pretty interesting. And this probably came before that.
Very interesting.
Yeah, very interesting bag here. Certainly one of the more unique ones we're going to take a look at today. So judges, go ahead and capture your scores for, we'll call it the Ichiro bag. Ichiro, one of my favorite players, by the way, incredibly fast and a cannon arm.
You big baseball guy, Clint?
What's that?
You a big baseball guy?
No, I hate baseball, but
I was about to get excited. I was like, let's talk about baseball for a second.
Odie, are you a baseball fan?
I am a massive Red Sox fan.
Red Sox. Okay.
Yeah.
Are they good this year?
You know, we can move to the next bag.
Okay, let's go. More bags. All right. Next up, another crossbody bag. This time we're going to be taking a look at a Mountainsmith bag. This bag was purchased by our viewer for $15. $15. And it is in a gray heather colorway, but with a bright yellow interior. And a really interesting shape here. And I don't know if y'all are familiar with Mountainsmith. They specialize in fanny packs, and they have a lot of different kind of 1-day, 2-day hiking fanny packs. And so this is kind of one of those really unique shapes, carry more than you think a bum bag should situations that they have. And you can see that this viewer has respected the traditions of the channel, because one of the things we do on this channel is we see how many cans of a particular soda, not this soda, but a particular soda fit into the bag. And so we use Polar Sunset, and we drop in Polar Sunsets to see how big the bag is. So this viewer has shown us how many cans of soda will fit in that bag. It's a lot of cans of soda. Gentlemen, what do you see in this bag, which is a pretty large, they're calling it a messenger. The DNA of Mountainsmith is bum bags, though. Pretty large bag here. What do you think?
You're not wrong. Interesting shape. I'm trying to get a vibe from it. It's kind of like, you know, so it's got the Mountainsmith name, so there's obviously some outdoors vibes there, but I'm getting kind of like techie matrixy vibes from it as well. Yeah. So it's sort of like a clash of styles in that sense. And it kind of looks not too big, but 11 cans of soda, that thing got some capacity.
That's a good hike right there.
That is.
It is. Yeah, I hadn't thought tech and futuristic, but yeah, I see that like a spacesuit kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
The vibe I get, yeah.
I like the yellow. I like that contrast with like the gray futuristic outward look of it as well.
John, what do you think?
Yeah, definitely digging the yellow. From the first picture at the top, it doesn't seem that big, but compared to the amount of cans that it can carry, that's more than a hike. That's a ruck.
Absolutely. And for $15, and this is part of the fun of this contest, for $15, certainly a cool EDC, whether you call it a messenger or a satchel. I think maybe I would lean satchel on this one. But for $15, a satchel that's got a lot of life left in it. And, you know, pleased to see bags like this getting used by viewers as opposed to, you know, ending up in a landfill somewhere.
I see a zipper pull on the strap. I think that's a zipper pull. Is there like a pocket or something on the strap there? That's pretty cool too, if that is a pocket.
I didn't notice that, but yeah, it does look like that. And Mountainsmith, by the way, there's a cool bag that they make. My favorite is the Trippin' Fanny. That's a cool bag. There's nothing to it. It's a little fanny pack. But they've got a satchel called the Adventure Office, which is really interesting. Really cool little bag. And from a company that I think not a lot of people know about and sells their stuff pretty affordably compared to most of the outdoor brands out there. All right. Judges, lock in your Mountainsmith score because we're going on to the next bag. The next bag is this. It's an OG brand, Victorinox. Victorinox. And we had multiple Victorinox submissions from viewers. It's a brand that is really popular around the world. This bag, I really enjoyed how this viewer envisioned using it, because I think this bag started its life all business, and it is going to finish its life all play as a disc golf bag. And it really got me thinking, in this space of disc golf, there's a lot of very expensive bags out there for disc golf. I don't know if you all have dabbled in that or if Instagram has made you look at that. But this is, there might be a lot of overlap between old business bags and these, 6-7 discs carry. So take a look. This bag is in black nylon with gray details, and it is a repurposed Victorinox Messenger that is living its dreams out as a disc golf bag. It was purchased for $20 flat. Judges, what do you think about this repurposed Victorinox Messenger?
Does anyone play disc golf on this panel?
I have played disc golf.
I think I've got one game under my belt.
Nice. I mean, I love the cleverness of using it for something else. Honestly, when you can take a bag that's meant for something and turn it into something else, I think that's mad props. So if we had a category for cleverness, solid, all like 10 across the board on cleverness.
Yeah, because Victorinox, you're thinking business, but this dude, he's got the disc golf. This is a bag it's formal, but it also likes to party.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, and Victorinox, like old school, been around a long time, and people use these bags all over the world. Like if we're out and about, we usually don't see most of what we're reviewing when we're walking around the airport. We're seeing a lot of Samsonite and Victorinox and
tons.
Yeah, and an unbelievable amount of Oakley kitchen sink backpacks for some reason.
Yeah, those are still around. They're still kicking.
They're still a thing.
That was one of my first bags.
They are still making those suckers. They're making a ton of money off those. I'm sure of it. All right, gentlemen.
Question though, just real quick, guys. Quick question. Also with Timbuk2, has anybody here used or reviewed a Victorinox? I haven't.
Not a single time.
No,
not a single time. Yeah,
I've seen them, but never got my hands on one.
I had a Victorinox DOP kit that I used for so long. It went with me like so many places, but it's kind of crazy, but it was a businessy DOP kit. If you can ever make such a thing, it definitely was that. It was classy.
Yeah, I've had a Victorinox pocket knife, but not a bag. All right, let's do it, gentlemen. Lock in your scores because we're moving on to the next bag on the list, which is crazy. We went
from an umbrella. Oh no, it's under the umbrella.
That's right. It is under the umbrella. It is under the umbrella. And so we have a custom fabric Rickshaw Bagworks. We're calling it the Funky Flower Messenger. This is a custom floral print with a pink detail. The interior on this bag is hot pink, and you can get an idea of the size of the bag by looking at it pictured in use already by this viewer, sitting under an umbrella on the beach, which seems like a great place for this bag. What do y'all think of this funky? This is the second time I mentioned Rickshaw on the channel, on the video today. This funky Rickshaw Bagworks Messenger.
I don't even know where to begin.
Yeah, I was like, how do you unpack this bag?
Because well, first of all, that photo in the middle, is that like some sort of like fidlock?
That is just I wanted to capture kind of the branding that Rickshaw does. So that is the strap tightener and loosener, and it's not a fidlock; it's a Duraflex just buckle that clamps down on the sling. But they do a lot of little touches around, and then you'll see two straps of hook on the back of the interior compartment. Rickshaw does admin panels as well that stick into all their bags.
See, that's why it's an interesting bag, because like it just seems it looks like the bag that your auntie who drinks too much would take to the beach, and you'd be like, that's her bag. But actually this got some sneaky functionality to it. We got the strap fastener, we've got the Velcro aspect. So this bag's bringing a lot to the table.
Honestly, if anybody ever complains about the inside of their bag not being bright enough, I would just suggest this one then, because That might be the brightest interior I think I've ever seen.
Is
And I love
high,
that.
high vis.
Yeah.
John,
It's very high vis.
John, is this too crazy for you?
It's not too crazy, but shout out to whoever purchased this bag and putting the in the place where I think this bag needs to be, on a beach under that colorful umbrella. So I like the ambiance that they created with the bag. Again, that you're definitely not going to lose any of your gear in this bag as well. So that's always a plus,
John,
right?
John, just to clarify, you think this is a better beach bag than a work bag? On the record for that?
On the record.
Okay, just making sure.
As the kids would say, clock it. Yes.
I love it. And don't sleep on the price paid for this.
Yeah,
$7.
Yeah,
We're sub 10.
$7.49 for a Rickshaw is just insane. So that's another kudos there. Yeah, for a Rickshaw bag. Rickshaw makes good stuff.
Absolutely. And if you go check out Rickshaw's site, I'm not going to link it. Y'all have Google. You can Google it, viewers. Rickshaw Bagworks is out of San Francisco. Their slogan is "Fresh Bags Made Daily," which is kind of a tip of the hat to fresh bread made daily down at the wharf in San Francisco. But Rickshaw does these cool patterns, and they also really specialize. They got cool bags, but they really specialize in pen cases and pencil cases. And so you'll see a lot of creativity in their pen cases and pencil cases with some of these cool fabrics. So check that out later. Don't click away from the video. Check it out later. All right, judges, lock in your Funky Flower Messenger scores. And we're going on to the next bag, which is this. This is a, I'm just going to say it's Spaher. I have no idea. This is or Spaher. Let's go Spaher. This is a Spaher tactical attache small messenger bag. The colorway is camel. There's a paracord detail that was not added by the viewer. The paracord detail was on the bag at time of purchase. The interior is camel as well. But you can see how this viewer envisions using the bag already. They're using it as an art supply case. And so this bag, purchased for only $13.40, becomes a really highly functional art case for, and you can see 3 exterior pockets there and a lot of interior detail and multiple compartments in the interior of this bag. The second kind of tactical messenger situation we've seen. What do y'all make of this tactical attache?
Honestly, as if I may just admit how big of a nerd I am, as somebody who plays D&D every week and sometimes needs to transport like minis and like art supplies and stuff, or like we'll go over to friend's house and like paint minifigures, immediately I was like, oh, this bag would be perfect for all of that. Holding the paints, the minis, like, oh, the notebooks, the dice. I like it. I also really like the paracord.
Yeah. I'm a dork too, and I was thinking board games when I saw this. Like,
nice.
Yeah, that kind of
Magic
stuff.
the Gathering here. Sorry, guys.
All right,
Yeah.
John's gonna put his magic cards in there.
Yeah.
Aaron's the only cool kid here.
Yeah, bunch of nerds.
I could put my Lamborghini keys in the front of that.
I live in Hong Kong. No cars out here. But I played Monopoly a couple years ago. I gamed, guys. I'm cool.
Oh yeah, you are a gamer.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah, dude. I'm cool. I'm hip.
Other thoughts about this bag? I'm a sucker for this kind of tactical stuff.
Yeah.
I did an LA police gear bag a while ago. I love this kind of weird too many pockets situation.
See, I'm not a sucker for this style really personally, but one thing I got to admit is like you got to love a bag that gives pocket functionality like this, as to where, let's be honest, like those aren't the coolest, sleekest, most flush pockets you've ever seen on a bag, right? But that's not the vibe they're going for. And because they make it like tactical, which provides a coolness element of its own, then you're getting a bag that still kind of looks badass, but also providing that extra functionality with that pocket volume that not a lot of the bags can offer.
Yeah, and if you remember, the first bag we looked at was a tactical bag that was for like baby diapers, repurposed by our viewer, but our viewer has kind of repurposed this one into the same kind of contrast, I think, here, where it's a tactical bag for like, rapid response for first responders or whatever. But they've turned it into like an art case and an EDC for, some small tech and notebooks and that sort of thing. So really interesting bag. Again, viewers, y'all really came through with this first contest.
Yeah,
let's go on to the next
pretty cool
one.
bag.
It is, right? Speaking of cool bags, check this out.
A North
So
Face.
this is Yeah, this is from the North Face. It's called the Crevasse. And the crevasse refers to the split down the middle here. There's two pockets on the front of this bag, and there is kind of a split right down the middle between these two large pockets on the front. The bag is black. It's got brown leather details, but the party's on the inside here because there is a red, blue, and yellow plaid interior on this bag. It's in the main compartment, but it's also in those two vertical pockets. The viewer also included a pretty good picture here of the comfortable harness with a deep airflow channel on the back. So a North Face bag that I haven't seen before, for sure. Judges, what do you think about this one?
The inside reminds me of a flannel jacket, and we were talking about Portland earlier. This bag feels like Colorado to me. This feels like the kind of bags that I see around Colorado, like near the trails and everything. I am a sucker for the double pockets on the front like that. I don't know what it is about my brain that goes, that's so cool. And it just goes into pure fanboy mode. So what's the leader on this? It looks kind of thin.
Yeah, it does look thin. I didn't get a size on it, and I haven't looked up the bag. If I were guessing, I'd think like a 24-liter bag, probably. But we all know how that goes. Like it's not standardized at all.
How many cans fit in it? That's what I need to know.
How many cans? How many? I did a video on how many fake foam potatoes could I fit in. Like, it's also arbitrary. I know there's some people out there doing good work to make it less arbitrary. John, what do you think about this one? Plaid party inside?
I love the plaid. It almost looks like what Odie said. They took a flannel jacket and just repurposed it in the inside of a plaid jacket. The interior is super cool. The outside, it kind of gave Timbuk2 vibes with those two pockets on the front, reminding me a lot of the remote equipment Alpa that has those torpedo pockets out on the front.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So I do like I'm with Odie. I do like those pockets. Sometimes it's hard to find stuff that fits correctly in those pockets, but when you do find the pouch that fits perfect, it's like, this is awesome.
Yeah, and Odie, you were talking about the rake too. I think you do have a thing for
I do.
Bisector tall front pockets.
I am who I am.
Aaron, have you seen this before?
No, but I have to be honest, I am absolutely mesmerized by this bag right now. It's a North Face that I've never seen. I just reviewed my first few North Faces recently, just did the recon, and I was just really impressed with it. So, it's an iconic brand. I'm a sucker for black and brown. Like, I just think it's the classiest combo. So when I see that, like, I just get instantly into it. But then you add the plaid interior, brings me back to my college days, listening to Nirvana and Pearl Jam. Like, this is awesome. This bag is, it's one of my favorites so far. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
You said it had leather accents, right? Because is that leather pulls on the front?
Yeah,
there
it's
of that
leather.
pocket?
It's leather zipper pulls. Yep.
Yeah. So
Really
that's pretty cool.
North Face. It is really
for
cool.
Sure.
Yeah, the North Face, for the record, outsells all the specialty brands combined that we typically review on bag channels. They sell a hell of a lot of bags. But my daughter asked me when she went to college. She said she sent me a picture of a North Face Jester. And she said, "Is this a good bag?" And I had to say, "That's not what I'd buy, but yeah, it's a really good bag, and it'll get you all the way through college with no problem at all." And that's how I feel about the North Face bags. Like, they're gonna last you, and they are absolutely fine. And the pocketing has actually been pretty good on the last couple that I've looked at. And their stems are good too. So cool stuff. All right, let's keep rolling. Lock in your scores for the Crevasse, because now we're talking about the Highlander Flug backpack, a brand that I didn't even know existed. We go from a very popular brand that everybody knows existed to a brand that was discovered by my viewer. Nobody knew about it until my viewer bought this bag. But Highlander Flug. Now, this hiking backpack is mustard yellow with gray graphite accents. And then the interior is a combination of yellow nylon and a black felt. And so the tech compartments are a cushioned black felt on this bag. The underside of the pocket flaps are in this gray as well. So an interesting colorway and a highly functional bag. The viewer envisions using this as an outdoor and hiking bag, and they bought it for less than $22.
Immediately, it gives me some Boundary Supply feels. That front pocket specifically reminds me of the Errant a lot, and even the back channel a little bit. Kind of, it feels very Boundary Supply-esque to me.
And you mentioned that front pocket. You'll notice if you
The
look at the
magnets.
bottom left picture,
Same magnets. Yep. That's what did it for me. I was like, that's very familiar.
Yeah, really, really interesting. Aaron, John, what do you think?
So you
Enjoying
said
the color.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, John.
Oh no, I was just gonna say this is supposed to be a day pack. You said right? So
Yeah,
just kind of
like
check
a
out
hiking day pack. I mean,
hiking
it's
day
got a
pack.
tech sleeve, so I think it
Yeah,
could be more than that. But
that's what I was checking out. Yeah, it's interesting with the magnets on the front. It looks comfortable. The back panel looks actually pretty comfy. Looks like a smallish bag, but I guess perfect for the use case, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, heavy takeaways really being the outstanding feature, assuming the size is, around where we think it is. That back panel, that is beefy. There's a lot of ventilation going on there. There's a lot of chunk going on there. So it looks like a really comfortable wear. Yellow slaps, really interesting bag across the board.
Yeah, totally. And I just know, just looking at this bag, that I would love using that front pocket.
Yeah.
Like that boundary supply pocket is good, but it's also a little finicky. Like they've done some crazy things with construction at boundary supply sometimes to make it expandable and make it collapse. This just looks like a floppy pocket with magnets, which is really fun to mess around with. And yeah, I think a lot of Cliff Bars will live in that pocket for sure. All right, gentlemen, lock in your scores for the Highlander Flug backpack. We're moving on and we're getting towards the end of show here. Next, we're going to Japan, which is the land of my favorite bags. And we are talking about Masterpiece. And I've just recorded 2 Masterpiece videos on the channel. MSPC, Masterpiece is a Japanese brand from Osaka. And this is a small crossbody bag. Pay attention to the amount of different materials and colors in this bag. And then I'm going to tell you about one standout feature. The interior, I'm saying, is blackish nylon. It's like a dark graphite. The exterior is yellow and blue with brown leather details. And then if you'll notice on the front, in the bottom left-hand picture, there's a detail shot there. And that front pocket, it's like the Mountain Hip Pack from Evergoods. It's got a slip your hands in kind of front pocket on the front, where you can kind of stick your hands while you're wearing this on your hip or crossbody. So a really interesting bag from Japan here, purchased for, again, less than $22 by our viewer.
It's a very cool color combination, the yellow and I guess that teal or the blue, whatever it is. I wouldn't think to mix those two, but I do like it. A lot of yellow bags today on the pageant, but I'm digging it. Also notice it looks like there's some compression straps or something on the bottom there, maybe to carry something underneath it. It's a pretty cool design. I'm not familiar with the brand. I did watch your videos, but yeah, there's something new to me, but I like it. And even looks like maybe like a leather tag on the front a little bit, it's lots of different things going on with it.
Mm-hmm.
This bag seems to have a lot of leather included. I mean, like if you look at the
Yeah.
bottom left-hand corner near the buckle, we've got like a little leather thing there. We've got the leather on the front. Strap keeper, thank you. And then like a leather poles as well. And we've also got like some brass hardware. If you look at those compression straps and or external carry points underneath the bag, it just gives it a really classy look. So this is a really interesting bag as to where it's taken some it doesn't take itself too seriously with that yellow and blue color combo, but then you add like the brass coppery sort of hardware with the leather. Like it's a cool contrast.
Yeah. So the quality on this looks really good with the leather, the brass, all of it. Honestly, like the zippers look good. Good organization. The fact that it can fit a small book. I'm a big fan of a fanny pack that can fit a small book.
Yeah, so when you actually look at what the viewer has put in here, this bag is bigger than it looks. And that front pocket, viewer says he's been wearing it and slips both his hands into that front pocket. So it's a little bit bigger, one from each side, kind of like this. But it's a little bit bigger than it looks in the first couple of pictures. There's a lot packed into this thing. Masterpiece, for viewers who don't know the brand very well, kind of slots in just below Porter in terms of pricing, above Harvest Label, below Porter in terms of Japanese bags. Certainly fairly expensive brand. Expensive, again, doesn't always necessitate quality or mean quality. But in this case, certainly a quality bag.
Yeah, it looks to be in good shape too. I'm looking at the back panel of, I don't see any like pulling or snags or, everything just looks good. I didn't know that they were priced just a little bit under Porter, so I can easily see this being an expensive bag.
Yeah. And on my last video, I did a masterpiece bag, and it was just a strap. It was a bag that was a strap. And that thing cost about $140. And I had viewers like immediately writing like, what? It costs how much? But these brands, these Japanese brands, are sometimes kind of playing in a retail space right next to a Gucci store in Ginza. And these are kind of 1 foot in the luxury market and 1 foot in the commuter market. So it's an interesting space for bags. All right, gentlemen, please lock in your scores for this masterpiece crossbody bag. And we will roll to some discussion because that was our last bag. All right. So y'all, overall, some takeaways and thoughts about the value that the viewers found in used bags under $25.
Mad props to all of the bags for one. These
Shout
are
out to all the
all
viewers.
Yeah, for
unique
sure.
and interesting and just really outside the box thinking. Because when you announced this for under $25, it's like, that's going to be hard. I was completely proven wrong because these bags were excellent entries.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the quality of bag to see here, and you said it. You narrowed it down to this 15, so I can only imagine what other bags were found. So that kind of opened my eyes a little bit that I need to do a little bit of better digging, especially some of those cool bags that I don't really browse those other sites too much, but definitely need to take a look. And yeah, kudos to everybody who went out there and found some killer bags for this contest.
Yeah, the real heroes here. Clint, how many submissions total did you get?
So this was the top 15, and it was just under 30 submissions.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah. So the viewers really stepped up, and this is the first time we've done it. So it was great to see the interest. And, to me, this contest was about a couple of things. Number one, it was about sustainability. And so I'm not going to preach to you, but keep crap out of landfill. If it's got life left in it, give it a purpose, whether that's disc golf or carrying your art supplies or bringing your D&D supplies to the game night, whatever that purpose may be, give some life. And then two, before you click on that $400 bag, just consider there might be a $400 photography bag that you can get for $22 instead, or $14 or whatever that photography bag was. Check out used sites. There's a lot out there, and there's a lot of used sites. And sometimes it's a crapshoot, and there's a hole in the bag that the seller didn't disclose. But it's also kind of an adventure and a treasure hunt. So, gentlemen, we'll tabulate scores in a second off camera, but I just wanted to take a moment and thank all three of you. I hope you had fun. And viewers, please make sure, again, video description. There are links in the video description. I'm going to pin a comment as well. If you really don't want to go through all the work of clicking on the video description, you can just click on the pinned comment. It's right there. Like literally look right there. It's right there. So check out Aaron's site over at Nomads Nation. Check out Unpacked with John, and check out Magnum Nopus to see what Odie thinks of all the latest not so good movies that might actually be pretty good or might actually not. But gentlemen, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for having fun with this and taking this seriously. And thank you for helping me judge these bags. Really, really appreciate it.
Appreciate you, Clint.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, thanks for allowing me to participate in your first, hopefully, annual pageant contest. Yeah.
Can't wait to do this again next year.
All right. Oh, hey, we're back. It's time. I hope you enjoyed the video. The judges and I just deliberated, and I totaled up the scores. I've got them right here in front of me, and it's time to announce the winners. Now, I'm going to be announcing the bags that won the top 3 places. I just want to take a moment to thank everybody who participated. Thank you so much. I hope you had fun. ultimately, whether or not you won a bag, everybody who participated won a bag. You went out, found something cool. And if you were in the top 15 and featured in the video, great job. And if you weren't, sorry, but I couldn't make a 3-hour video. That all being said, I totally appreciate the participation from everybody who participated. I hope you had a lot of fun. This is one of those things that the journey truly was the win. I hope you had fun searching these sites, and I hope you recognize the extreme value that is to be had in shopping for used bags, not just new bags. So everybody who participated, thank you. Thanks for the messages. Thanks for the fun. Thanks for the smiles. I enjoyed looking at every single bag that was sent in. So thank you. To our judges, one more time, thank you. Had a blast. That was totally fun. There's so many cool people in the bag space. Reviewers, makers, consumers, collectors, so many cool people. All right, it's time. So, drum roll, please. It's time to announce the top 3 bags. I'm going to send you an email tonight, and it's going to share that you were the winner. Actually, I'll send you an email right after the video debuts. I don't want to spoil the surprise. I want to let you discover along the way that you won, and you're going to discover it right now. So, without further ado, we're going to go third, second, first here. The third place winner in the used bag pageant is the Timbuk2 Prospect backpack, which was the Timbuk2 bag with the patches. If you'll remember, the one that I embarrassingly didn't even update the slide on, it was purchased, by the way, for $25. But that Timbuk2 Prospect, which was an older version of a Timbuk2 bag, still made in San Francisco, and it had that cool laptop sleeve on the back that was underneath the straps. Really fun colorway, and then it had the patches covering up the logos. Just a really fun bag, a good example of classic Timbuk2, and a bag that struck a chord with our judges for sure. All right, so congratulations. That's this Magpul bag. So I'm going to email you, and I'm going to ask you for your address, and I'm going to get this on its way to you. Second place in the first annual used bag pageant was the North Face Crevasse. Man, our judges absolutely adored that bag. And so the winner of that bag, and by the way, I'm not going to call out usernames right now here in this video, but if you want to drop a little brag down in the comments, feel free. I don't want to share your username or anything like that publicly in this video, but the North Face Crevasse, a winner for sure. A great looking bag. I don't think I've ever seen that bag before. And then also, I definitely have not seen the plaid interior on a North Face bag. Just a really classy bag, and I think all of the judges, myself included, actually want to see that bag and try it on. Pretty cool bag. So kudos to you. You're winning this Ground Truth Tech Tote. Great bag. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you get a lot of use out of it. All right. Our grand prize winner. Number 1, grand prize winner for the used bag pageant. Curious, who would you have picked if you were a judge? But our winner, it's the Masterpiece Crossbody bag, which was deemed by our judges to be an actual masterpiece with incredible colorway and details, top-notch construction, incredible utility, some really unique features, and in immaculate condition. So those are our 3 winners: the Timbuk2 Prospect, the North Face Crevasse, and the Masterpiece Crossbody Sling Bag. You know I love that Masterpiece, and I didn't even get to vote. It was a very tight contest. There were a lot of people who were just 1 or 2 points away from being in that top 3, but that's the way it works. 3 bags had to win. Everybody, hope you had fun. Hope you had fun in the search. Hope you had fun participating. Hope you had fun watching the videos as well. And I hope you see the incredible, insane value that exists in the world of used bags. A great way to give a second life to a cool piece of kit. And as you saw from our viewers, reinvent the purpose of some of these bags, whether it's disc golf or game night or a beach bag. Like, yeah, go out there, see what you can find. And as always, feel free to tag me in your socials so I can see the used bags that you're finding. I love to see it. It's one of my favorite things. Congratulations to our winners. You'll have an email in your inbox shortly. But man, oh man, so proud of y'all for what you found. That's it for now. Thank you all for the love and the support. And man, we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.